What's good? It's Professor Lamont Holden, also known as Letter L Beats. I am Professor of Music, Audio, and Recording Technology here at the University of Illinois, and this is a campus culture short. Now, normally we do campus culture, recorded in front of a live audience at the Bruce Nesbitt African American Cultural Center on campus here at UIUC, but today we're at the School of Music, and this is a very special campus culture short that I felt it's a story needed to be told. So right now I have a guest. I have one of my independent study students for beat making. Please welcome Victor Figueroa. I'm glad you had the courage to come on because I always want to leverage our power of controlling our narrative, owning our platforms, owning our messaging, right? And so we're just doing what we do. Yesterday, you come by the crib like once, twice a week, make beats, and we just chop it up, right? And so you was telling me the story. I noticed you're so committed to your hair on Instagram. You are Victor with the afro, right? And so you had your hair knocked down in the braids, and you started telling me a story. I was wondering if you could tell that story here on Campus Culture Short.
Right. So from the start of the semester, I've had my hair in an afro. And one of the biggest issues I've had is the fact that a lot of the white students, specifically the white women, have been touching my hair. It became a really big problem whenever I would go to Cams or Red Lion with some friends.
Can you explain what those are for people that don't know?
Red Lion and Cams are campus bars that a lot of the students frequent basically almost every day, honestly, because I live
I can't believe Cams is still a thing. That was rocking when I was in school, but go ahead.
Yeah. Right. So it's gone, honestly, beyond just people commenting on my hair, saying that you have nice hair, because it's fine, it's whatever. But specifically when I go to Cams, I would have students just grab my hair. And it's not a little pat or anything. It's full on handful of hair. What does this feel like? Type of stuff. And it really shocked me because my first instance where I had this problem was back in fall 2019 when I came to the school. The Cans was still right next to the bookstore at that time, and I went with my girlfriend at the time. When I went to the bar to get us both some drinks, 4 white women went right behind me and took a picture of them with my hair. Like, I wasn't even technically in this picture.
And so they photographed you without your consent, which technically is legal. Technically that's legal in a public place, but I think we need to get to a point with legislation in our country where you should not be able to videotape or photo someone without their permission. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's fucked up. Excuse me. We're going to edit that out because we ain't supposed to be cursing on this platform. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was the first issue because I felt them behind me.
Yeah.
And they were touching it in the photo. My girlfriend at the time was watching them.
Yeah, put the mic a little closer.
She was actually surprised that happened because she's never seen that before. And since then, it's been like that. I thought the pandemic would have changed that, honestly, due to people 6 feet distance, keep your hands to yourself because you don't know what I got. Yeah. But that hasn't been the case.
So, because the first thing I said was like, well, did you fill out a police report? Did you report it to somebody on campus?
Yeah, so technically touching someone without their consent is battery, but obviously the police are not going to file charges on someone for just touching your hair. Yeah. The school, though, I have.
Wait, I have to ask you an honest question, right? Do you think being 6'2", 3, 4, whatever you are, we about the same size, so I can identify with that, and being black, do you think they got something to do with it?
Definitely. They're not going up to other white people or even Latinas and Latinos and touching their hair. Specifically, it's black people with African American hairstyles. Yeah. If you got dreads, you got an afro, even if your braids are really long, they're touching you.
Do you feel comfortable talking about your ethnic identity? Because it's something we've discussed and kind of relates.
Yeah, so my mother is black, fully, like brought here as enslaved people, and my father is Puerto Rican.
Okay.
He's from Ponce.
And what's your IG tag so we can go see, like if they go look you'll see the hair, right? What is it?
Yeah, so my IG tag is Victor with the Afro.
And so when you first told me the story, the thing that really ticked me off was I said, if you'd have been going around touching white women's hair, they'd have had you out of here a long time ago.
Exactly.
Do you feel it's a double standard?
It is a double standard.
So for anybody in a position of authority to do something about this, what would you say to them, and what can we go say to them after this has come out?
If you can have a whole program where you're telling people to not sexually harass and sexual assault each other, you can also tell people to keep their hands to themselves when it comes to hair touching. Just as a white woman, I have body autonomy. I have the right to feel secure in my body and in my personal space.
You can almost drop the mic on that one, man. Hey, Victor, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks.
That was a very special Campus Culture Short. That was episode 2, and we're calling that Don't Touch My Hair. I mean, one time for the gram. We're calling that Don't Touch My Hair. This platform is here to amplify voices, to leverage our storytelling ability to control our narratives, and to speak out when something that shouldn't be happening, something that's not fair is occurring. So I'm glad Victor had the courage to join me. Thank you all for joining me to hear us, and we'll see you next time on Campus Culture. My name is Lamont Holden, Professor Lamont Holden, also known as Letter L Beats. Co-creator of the Illini Anthem. We film usually at the Bruce D. Nesbitt African American Cultural Center here on campus at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. This is Campus Culture, conversations for the culture on this campus and campuses across the world. Thank you.